Yo, what is up, y'all? This is Max Shonen, playing a little bit of Civ 7 here today. Today we are playing as Jose Rizal of Greece, which I think is the best Antiquity Age leader Civ combo in the game. And we can get right into it. I do have a video up on my channel, or at least should, explaining Jose Rizal of Greece and why I think it is the best leader Civ combo in the Antiquity Age. But we can go over it briefly right here. Basically, I think Jose Rizal gets the most momentum in the game, especially with influence, since it is a race to seize as many independent powers as possible. Jose is the best at doing that, and Greece only amplifies that to a very high degree. And as far as the narrative events go, you can set up the game where there are more narrative events that are pretty easy to get very early on in the game. So that's what we're going to be doing. Basically, we're going to be choosing all independent powers on the map very easily, since we are Jose of Greece. As far as mementos go, what we're choosing here today, we're going to be choosing to stack even more bonuses on top of choosing those city-states. We are going to be choosing +1 food and +1 production. This allows us to kind of build as wide as we want, since these, since the food and the production goes to all of our settlements in our empire, we can late settle, and that late settlement will have enough food to grow and enough production to build things if we want to turn it into a city. So kind of nice for a wide empire. These are empire-wide bonuses. Again, just stacking as many bonuses we can on top of each other for choosing city-states, since we're going to be choosing as many as possible. As far as civilizations go, again, we're playing as Greece, immediate influence, plus some really nice bonuses in their civic tree that synergize with Jose, and some really nice bonuses as far as the narrative events go. Greece does have a number of narrative events. Now, I should say, we're going to be playing on Deity here today. Like I said, Pangea, on a huge map, just so we have as many players to meet as Jose, since that is his narrative event, as possible. So we're meeting as many players as possible. We're going to be playing on independent powers, their initial hostility as friendly. This setting in of itself makes Jose just absolutely broken, because not only can you choose them much faster as the player, but you're also allowed to scout. A lot of times our scouts are getting hit by hostile independents, and so they perish, and you can't scout anymore. So this allows you to scout much easier, kind of on easy mode. We're going to bypass civilization unlocks, turn off the crises. We're just going to have a happy sim game. I kind of want to show off why I think Jose of Greece is so powerful. We'll still be playing on Deity. But yeah, just a fantastic synergy with Greece, being able to get extra influence and some guaranteed diplomatic points. It is a little bit hard to
calls his people to him.
Know all of the narrative events. That's kind of the main thing.
But Rizal stands resolute to the
end. It's not 100% clear what triggers every single narrative event.
And I should say
that you actually don't get the 20 culture, gold, and influence when it comes to a narrative event that is universal. So if you get a narrative event by just playing the game, like how sometimes you can trigger a narrative event by like improving sheep, and it gives you a quote on what the farmer was doing, and you could choose whatever. If it is a narrative event that any player can get, you actually don't get the 20 culture, gold, and influence. It only comes from the Greece narrative events and the Jose narrative events. So it is not as powerful as it may seem. It is way more powerful than initially thought, and then you think it's so overpowered if you get that every time, because it says narrative event even when you're halfway on choosing a city-state. That doesn't trigger it. So if every time it said narrative event, it triggered it, it would be broken beyond belief. But it still is, in my opinion, broken. And hopefully I explained that well. You only get the bonuses when it comes to the narrative events from Jose and Greece, not the ones any player can get. Not that saying, hey, purposefully triggering the universal narrative events are bad, because we will be. And I'll explain that here as well. But we can check out our start location. Another nice thing about Greece, just the benefits are overflowing. You have a rough terrain start bias right here. I think rough terrain is probably the best terrain out there. Just getting some mines. We'll turn some yields on. I see we could spend a couple turns to move and get closer to the sheep, but that it would be 3 turns to settle, and we could get that sheep right away. But I think just settling right in place is fine with me. We can pick up that sheep and that gold in a couple turns. Start with a scout, like I said. Scouting is very important in this build because we need to be finding those independent powers. We need to be finding those other players. It's really nice because scouts are pretty powerful in this game.
The radiance of the new.
And as far as scouting goes, kind of a nice scenario right here. What we were looking for when we are scouting is kind of some free searches. What I mean by free is we could go here. Now, we could go another spot, but we're going to be stopping at this bonus, at this, the wreckage that we're going to be checking out. We're going to be stopping there regardless the next turn, so we might as well utilize this turn for a free reveal. We'll pick up some more locations of the goody huts, which is always nice. Now, this is a pretty standard rough terrain start, in my opinion. Hey, we got 4 mines over here. We're going to be building our Parthenon on one of those to get that bonus, but that's nice. At least 4 quick mines, maybe 5, plus the rubies will be a mine as well. For a mine start, I like to start in pottery. I like to start research pottery. Gives you the time to bang out 3 scouts. Then you can build 1 building, which I would recommend the brickyard. That will put you at 5 pop. That's about the timing where it lands. Put you at 5 pop to immediately start your settler as well. So 3 scouts into a building, into a settler is usually kind of the momentum I go with to start my games. And the thing I wish Firaxis would add the most is a hotkey to these lenses. Because we can see there's city-states over here. You can actually scout the goody huts if you really want. And we can see that, hey, there's at least a city-state or another player over here, which is good for us to recognize. But we'll pick up this here. And now, this is actually an interesting choice for us. Both of these would be extremely good because the influence will help us, will help us soothe the city-states. That's our main goal. But 1 turn of gold for a hoplite is absolutely unbelievable, to be frank. That allows us to scout more. I mean, getting a hoplite on turn 3 is kind of crazy. I'm not going to lie. But the one thing you should recognize is whenever you gain a unit, if you gain a hoplite like I just did, or if you choose a narrative event to gain a migrant in your city, always make sure to go and move it that turn, because it won't trigger it down in, hey, your next action. It will leave that unit idle. So, hey, you can get an extra head start if you go and manually press it. But like you can see, we're still at 26 influence. Since that gain a hoplite was not a Jose or Greece narrative event, we did not get that 20 influence gold and culture bonus. Excuse me. Then this is the Jose, meet all other civilization. The story starts for us. You can see we have, since we're on Pangea, huge map, we have 11 people to meet. This is usually, you can usually meet at least 9, 10, or even all of them by turn 50, which is why I think Jose is the best in the game. Like, his overall, in a grand scheme, if you just looked at, hey, how much influence does Jose get throughout age 1, it's probably nothing too crazy, but he gets it all right away, which is the best. So we'll be taking the mine out here, kind of prioritizing mines. We should have actually, looking back on it, we should have taken the +2 food, and then we could have built our brickyard here, and then moved it over to a mine and got that kind of plus early food. But we'll be all right. Missing out on 1 food per turn. Nothing too big. And that is a perfect first meet for us, a culture city-state. We want to be meeting a culture city-state and a silver city-state, wow, a science city-state first, so we can get our free tech and our free civic for every time you choose a city-state, and then choose all the city-states, and basically get an infinite amount of culture and an infinite amount of science. But we'll pick up this goody hut right here. And we have a choice between production and happiness. Now, happiness is really nice to get started. Since Jose does have an increased celebration duration, say that 3 times fast. Since he does have that increased, you want to get your celebrations rolling as quick as possible. It is easier to roll celebration into celebration into celebration since you have a longer time to accumulate your happiness while you're in the celebration. But that also means you can't celebrate as often as other people. So you want to get that rolling as soon as possible. Even though plus 15 production might produce a scout for us, I think getting that first celebration online as quickly as possible is going to be the best benefit for us. We'll keep on moving. Luckily, this opens up here and we're not blocked in. Well, we'll keep on moving with our hoplite. We'll actually double back with this scout to grab this goody hut. And we're going to keep on scouting every single goody hut. We're going to mostly prioritize culture because we want to be getting through the Greece civic tree as soon as possible. Because that allows us, 1, to get the policy card that gives us 50% towards befriending independent powers, and 2, gets us to their last civic, which triggers a narrative event that gives us a free Diplo point. And we want to be combining, we're going to be getting 2 Diplo points as fast as possible. This gives us an additional 50% off, making all city-states basically half off for us. For the rest of the game. So not only are we getting an excess amount of influence by being Greece, by being Jose, that influence is going so much further for us. But we're going to be continuing to explore, and that was a bad move, terrible move. Shame on me. It's going to take an extra move to get to here, which is fine. We can actually probably utilize a search down here on this nice little ledge. Now, I do kind of have a choice. I would assume that since this water is flowing, this is actually the coast, and I'm going to wrap around with my warrior, and so I might just want to go straight west. I believe is going to be the best bet for us, even though it is kind of doubling up on what the other scout already took. But let's meet this other city-state. I don't know how I can't see it, even though I'm on its borders, but another culture city-state. Not the best find, but again, finding more city-states is always going to be beneficial for us. Now, we do have our 3 scouts out. We have a little bit momentum on production since we do have the sheep. If we didn't have the sheep, our scout and brickyard would actually probably line up perfect. And instead of getting a 4th, no, excuse me. We are not behind. I'm counting our hoplite as another scout. We'll get another scout. That should line up actually perfectly with our pottery. And then we can go immediately into that brickyard, and that will put us at 4 population, plus the brickyard will put us at 5 total pop, so we can start producing our settler. But like I said, should have moved to that hexagon prior. We made a gold city-state, which is good. Main priority early game is just a diverse set of city-states. Diversity is better than, you know, all of one. Because in this build, we kind of want to be doing everything. And the thing is, in Civ 7, you need to be doing everything. The goal is to do everything. And I do think that comes with some pros and some cons. Mainly, as we pick up this goody hut, I'll explain myself. We could go with food and production, or we could go with 45 influence. I'm actually going to go with 45 influence. I think we're going to be able to meet enough people. I'm actually slightly worried about having too much influence, but what I was saying earlier, since the goal of Civ 7 is to do everything through the Antiquity Age and through the Exploration Age, it feels a lot more like a race. Whereas old Civ games, the further along you got into the game, the more and more diverse the Civs got. And since now Civ has these checkpoints that you have to go through, it becomes a singular race. Like, we're all gunning. Every Civ, every leader is gunning for the same things in the Antiquity Age and the same things in the Exploration Age. Since that happens, it feels much more like a race, whereas old Civ games felt like an amazing race, where one Civ was trying to, get a faith victory, and one Civ was trying to get a conquest victory, and one Civ was, had to specialize in tourism for a culture victory. But I'm saying that in a way, hopefully, that it's different. It's not necessarily bad. It is different. Unfortunately, we can't search here since it is a hoplite. But since it is different, the difference, I think the main thing that comes is when it is a kind of a strict race on who is the best at doing the same thing, it's a lot less enjoyable to play a bad cog or play a slower cog. And what I mean by that, by playing, like, if you're playing a worse Civ, it just feels worse. Because it's just like, hey, you're not as good at doing the best thing. And if there were more diverse ways to play the Antiquity Age and more diverse ways to play exploration and things like that, I think if they continue to add that, it can rectify that. But I think kind of that's the issue that Civ 7 runs into, in my opinion, is that it kind of feels like a straight line race right now. And if they can add some twists and turns and some funky stuff, obviously that would be good. But I'll quit my yapping. I'll continue to play the game. We met Harriet Tubman, which is, again, absolutely great for us. The great thing is that whenever something happens, it's good for us, basically, with Jose. We just want to do stuff. Do stuff and do more stuff. So we meet Harriet.
I gotta ask myself.
We are not going to spend our
influence
on anything except choosing these city-states. Now, we could actually choose a city-state right now, but we are going to wait until we get our Greek unique policy card. Now we're going to go back into animal husbandry, up into masonry to get that automatic production on our mines. Now this is a narrative event for Jose. Again, not only do you get, hey, you can see we're at 175 influence right now. Not only are we going to get 25 culture here, we're also going to get another 20 culture, 20 gold, and 20 influence. Or 175, 195.
I protect thee with this flame.
Get chiefdom, which is good. Prioritize culture until we complete the Greek civic tree. And now we can finally check out the Greek civic tree. Essentially what we're going to be doing is we're going to go here first, get that plus 50 influence towards initiating the Befriend Up project. I don't know why I stated it like that. You get 50%. Your influence goes 50% further, and then it doesn't say it here. That's the main thing about Greece. You're going to have to learn kind of all the narrative events. Like, hey, you get a narrative event when you discover writing. You get a narrative event when building walls. You get a narrative event when completing here, which is huge. When completing the Acropolis, you get like 150 culture. But once we complete this, we'll get a guaranteed Diplo point. It's actually a choice between culture and Diplo. I think Diplo points are way better, especially for this build. But we're going straight into it. Going to get that 50% towards befriending. And as far as the attributes, we're going to be getting the 50% here as well. Doubling that up, essentially making it half off 2 sous. Now, we'll continue to go west here, and we're going to go southwest with that one. Go over. I think I could have actually went there, but that's fine. Picked up our scouts. Now we're going to start building on the brickyard. And I think I'm just going to place it right here. I'm not going to place it on any tiles we want to be working. We're going to pick up kind of a simple oligarchy. I'm just going to choose food. Kind of basic. Not doing anything too crazy. Might be a better choice out there. I haven't really analyzed it too hard myself. But we're going to be stealing this goody hut from them. We have a choice between food and gold. And I think actually taking... 75 gold is too much. We're going to be taking that. Hopefully we can turn our first town into a city. Now, if we are settling down here, we actually do want to be making sure we start choosing the city-states before we settle right next to them, because even if you do have the friendly independent powers settings on, settling towards them and settling next to them will still cause them to go hostile and attack you, which is bad. Bad no-no. As we pick up this, we're going to actually go for straight science. The one con in this build is early game science. I will admit, if we don't get a scientific city-state at all, now, if we don't get a scientific city-state at all on a huge Pangea map, I would be a little shocked, but that is one thing that is a little bit tough to do. Now we get another free search, since that is 2 tiles away. Picked up a location of 2 others, which is nice. We'll try to do efficient scouting as much as possible, not really checking the settler lens. And that's kind of the thing. If this was a hotkey, I would be checking every single turn. That's probably Harriet Tubman up there. But since it's a lens under a click, it takes 2 clicks to get there way too much. And then if you're stuck on this, you can't click anything. You have to click on a certain tile. It kind of breaks the game. Unbelievable. But we're going to pick up this. We could make them hostile. I don't think that is worth it at all. Another 75 gold. 75 gold is good. I think that's the most in the Antiquity Age. Sometimes it gives you 50. But we'll take one step and probably use another search. Meet another civilization. Again, fantastic. Scouts are so valuable in this build. Like, we build 3 off the bat. I build 3 off the bat with this build every single time. They are so valuable, meeting players, meeting independent powers, because we're gonna have an excess of we're gonna have an excess of influence. Like, it's turn 13 and we're already at 220 influence. Now we're gonna be taking the gold. The other nice thing, I know you don't get Jose's bonus on top of universal narrative events, but there is a universal narrative event that gives you 75 influence for completing 4 narrative events. And we're definitely going to be completing 4. So we'll see. Once it pops up, I'll show you. Oh, man. Is that in their borders? That is 100% in their borders. What do I mean? But, oh, that might be settleable, which would be fantastic for us. I might rush that. They'll probably, the Deity AI will probably go to war with us, but the Deity AI is going to go to war with us regardless. I mean, it's going to happen as we meet Frederick, who definitely got buffed in the latest patch.
Friedrich II. Hoch erfreut, euch kennenzulernen.
Nice to meet you, Buster.
Ich bin ein...
Now get out of my face. Get another, again, we're just getting so much excess culture here, so much excess everything. Just prioritize culture. That's the thing. Hey, it might seem like 18 turns, 8 turns. Like, you get so much culture from narrative events and so much culture from other things, so much more culture here, that you can race through their unique civic tree. But that looks like it ends, and then it's probably, hopefully that ends the peninsula. I would assume so. Again, we're just stealing goody huts left and right. Again, another 45. In 4 turns, we'll be able to slot that card in and basically seize all of these. Continue to go. Now, we do have a choice between production and food. Again, just going to choose production because that is going to allow us to get our settler out quicker, which it might be turn sensitive up here depending on what Harriet Tubman does. We might actually provoke Harriet Tubman. The only way to go to war with her if she goes to war with you. And so if we want to take her land, the only option would be to kind of poke the bear, I should say. But we'll happily take the gold. Again, not spending any influence on anything other than getting those independent powers. We're going to be taking food early. That allows for another policy card. It's kind of, I would say it's almost unfortunate that this celebration is 15 turns instead of 10. Continue to explore with our scouts. And boom. And we have a perfect setup. Ideally, this would be a military one, but I mean, just a perfect setup. I can already tell this is going to be a fantastic game on turn 15. Like, I don't see any reason why we shouldn't be pushing Future Civic, pushing all sorts of stuff. But we actually mean a different civilization right there. And he is definitely going to war with Persia. 100% going to war with us. But it will be fine. We do get extra combat strength on our hoplites. If I do look at it, not here. Hoplites gain 1 combat strength for each city-state. This stacks with if you choose the infantry unit promotion from the city-state bonus. And we can even, let's take it. Let's activate Reckless, plus 3 combat strength when attacking, but minus 2 when defending. Hey, let's just go all out. We might need to go to war. I typically don't like to go to war. I'm much more of a sim guy up. Words. But a story to tell with my words. This is the narrative event that is triggered off of 4 narrative events. So we met 4 people, immediately triggered this on turn 15, another 75 influence. Like, it's just crazy once you start learning some of these narrative events, but hopefully somebody calculated that. It doesn't give you the culture, or did that give you the culture? I need to... Which narrative events trigger Jose's and which don't? Somebody help me out. I just know that it triggers enough to make this absolutely broken. Oh, jeez. But we unlocked that. The nice thing I like, hey, there's not a lot of min-max things. You can slot this in. Hey, let's slot this in for 1 turn and take it out the same turn. We are 100% doing the culture. It comes down to 114. For us, we were 100% doing the culture and city-state 1. And then we are going to skip out on the second culture and go for the gold. Probably picking up Lapis. The resource the gold city-states gives you extra production, which is extremely nice. Early game gives you 4 production from a resource, which is really nice. Plus 5% gold, which does scale in the later game, but choosing 5% gold per city-state you are suzerain of, and since we're going to be using so many city-states, is obviously better. But hopefully we are going to be able to do both, if not more, since we are going to be hopefully having double digits in the suzerain department. But since we do have 53, now we do have a choice. We have 53 influence right here, and we could slot this out and put the other policy card back in the same turn, but that means we're probably going to be missing out on too many turns, and since we're not going to be hitting another celebration for at least 14 turns, and I would guess we're probably not going to be finishing this until probably turn 25, 26, just with getting excess culture from finding other players, stuff like that. I'm probably actually going to keep it in. To me, in my mind, that's a little bit of a conservative decision to keep it in. But continue to explore with our scouts. And then we have a hoplite up here for initial production. But, I mean, just overall, I am not mad with anything on this map. This should... It's a kind of ideal situation. We'll open our borders straight into masonry, since we're going to be prioritizing mines, get that free production. I might actually hit a quick search over here. I bet this is a dead end. Now we do have a choice. Let's see if there is another... that is definitely out. There should be another person over here somewhere, unless it lied to me. Yeah, should be right there. But I kind of scout using the settler lens. Common thing to do in Civ games, but a little bit harder to do in this game than others, just because it's hidden under a couple clicks, which is all good. Civ 7 obviously been under a lot of fire, but as long as they continue to make improvements, I mean, a game is a game. A game is a game is a game is a game. But every single update they've had has been good, in my opinion, as long as they keep continue to make the game better. Continue to make the game better and better and better and better. Making sure there's no city-state I'm just missing out. I still might be out there, but I'm going to bring my hoplite back to help out with my settler. Now this... I want to make sure we do start the Sioux before we settle, like right there, so it doesn't become hostile. But yeah, now we're just kind of playing the game. So we kind of got... We're just going to continue to scout. Scouting is very important with this build. Hit a quick search. And that is a mod. I'm not sure which one highlights the Goody Huts green for you. Sometimes I feel like it's impossible to see some of these. But we need another science city-state, so we're going to be all good on science this game. I have no worries there. We're actually going to hit a quick search and a military. Perfect. So we do have at least one of every single city-state, which means I have no worries in this game. Kind of the one thing that can go wrong... There's lots of things that could go wrong. I mean, the Deity AI could take these out. They'll probably take out maybe one, maybe two that we're trying to Sioux. But realistically, I don't see the AI taking out that many city-states. And realistically, I don't see them going after the city-states that hard. I see them prioritizing... I do have a mod where you can... I don't have a mod where you can see their culture. I thought I did, but you can see their influence per turn, not culture. But I see them prioritizing an initial endeavor and then sometimes going for city-states. Occasionally, I see them prioritizing military city-states more. Occasionally. But yeah, I would actually say this game is a little bit slow on culture for us. We haven't had too many culture Goody Huts. And so we might be hitting the final Greece civic tree a little bit later than intended. We might be blocked in on that scout. But I will go ahead and I will try to settle up here. I have no problem trying to forward settle the AI. We'll have enough gold to protect ourselves. If we need to buy hoplites, we can. DD AI combat can be a pain early on in the game. Just because our hoplites will be scaling up by the end of the game. They will be much, much stronger than the AI, but they will not extremely early, like right now. We'll definitely take the 50 damage for happiness and science. We completed our settler. We're actually going to immediately go for another. Oh, and we missed a turn. We should have Sioused that turn. So a turn slow, which is fine. We'll immediately go for this since we're settling right next to them and we don't want them to become hostile. We'll most likely, I mean, we're going to be able to Sioux all of these city-states. But we'll go meet that. There's clearly a town up here. Let's go see him. Another science one. It looks like it's actually being attacked. So we'll keep that in mind if we are going to choose to Sioux them. Continue to move along with our settler. We'll kind of keep that other guy, our hoplites, around. Kind of scout a little bit, see if there's a settler coming. The AI settling is so sporadic in this game. I mean, even trying to scout to see where they settle, sometimes a little painful. But Egypt, Carthage, kind of going ham. Already got 3 cities popped out. DDAI doing DDAI things. We're gonna make the long trek over, settle over there, make them mad. Get Harry. That's not even Harry. Get Xerxes to go to war with us. And finally, meet some more civs. I mean, we've already explored all this room, and we've only met 4 civs. This 4 civs is our 5th one. Meet Napoleon. Napoleon of Egypt. And Cleopatra of Carthage. Always kind of funny. Again, prioritize culture. Not only 25, but that gives us the Jose bonus as well. Always got to keep that in mind. Already back up to 50 influence. Halfway towards Siouxing another. On turn 24. Let's continue. We've been able to soothe everything around us. Now we're going to come back as soon as we hit this. So in 7 turns, we're going to be getting sailing. Since the free tech and the free civic gives you the lowest civic or tech available, except civics don't give civilization civics. So they wouldn't give any Greek civics. It's the lowest natural civic available and the lowest tech available is what they will give. But we meet another civilization. Fantastic. Great time. Again, continue to explore. We've had 6 of these. Now we have a migrant and or a science. I'll choose the migrant, and I will show you. We got that migrant this turn. Continue to explore. We'll go south. We'll try to make our... We can't make our way through, but it would say next turn, but you can 100% click this and place this turn. We'll continue on mines, since that will get a production next turn. Or in 3 turns, excuse me. But back up to 83 influence. Again, it's only turn 25, and we're already choosing
If you
3
think
cities,
that
or 4 city-states. Now we have a choice to change them. I'm definitely going to leave that in. I'm not 100% sure if we're going to roll over our celebration in 5 turns. We might need a little more happiness, although I don't know if I can even check that. If I can check if we're going to roll over or not, because we did get that goodie hut with the science and the happiness. But I'll play a little bit conservative as far as the timing on choosing the city-states. I really... I want to be efficient. The 50% towards befriending independent powers is good enough to prioritize it over other things, in my opinion. Over trying to get 1 production and 1 science, for sure. But we will kind of continue to play. I mean, this is kind of standard gameplay. The only thing different is just Jose is so extremely good at choosing all the independent powers he wants. Continue to make our way with our settler. Hopefully we will be settling the mountainous plains of Veren. Some nice unexplored areas. We get that free search, even though it's not going to be free. That dastardly scout is going to take that goodie hut. Unbelievable. You might need to punish him for it, but getting that free production on those mines, get up to 12 and 15. The other nice thing is, with our mementos, we're not going to have to be worrying about this too much. We're going to be getting close a turn like 60-ish. We're going to be getting plus 10 food and plus 10 production in all our cities through the city-states. So they're going to be up and running, and they're going to be able to build anything they want, realistically, that I have going. So let's produce that. Now we do... Yeah, I'll go with writing here. I'm not sure which one is going to pop first. I'm not 100% sure on which one does, whether it's like closest to you or which one you choose first or whatever, because that depends on whether we're going to get multiple 3 civics or 2 civics or even 1 if we get the gold first. But we'll see. Which bonus I choose first, I should say. Because you do have to go in the order the game tells you. You're not allowed to, hey, I'm not going to choose this bonus. Let me choose the culture one before the science one. Forces you to go one at a time in the order the game wants you to if you're choosing multiple city-states on the same turn. But we meet Tecumseh. Another extremely good person, because he gets the +1 food and +1 production from each city-state naturally. So Tecumseh of Greece is also a great strategy. And then, again, we could just get another +2 combat strength on our warriors, just making those hoplites so extremely strong. We did produce a settler. I'm actually going to produce another hoplite here real quick, just to send a little more umph that way, because I think we might have a war up there in a couple turns. Not a couple turns, but eventually. And we are missing out, again, a bunch of turns of just not using independent powers, just ignoring our influence for some reason. Just not paying attention. We'll immediately go, I think, for this military, but we're going to check and make sure nobody else is trying any funny business and trying to seize any of these city-states that are oh so clearly ours. We're already seizing them. I think they're all clear, so we're going to seize the military one. We want to be hogging those for ourselves. Hit a quick search. And then I see no reason not to settle there. Some decent adjacencies. As far as the buildings go, let's go and settle that bad boy right there. It is not connected somehow. We'll probably have to settle in there, which we can't settle in there, can we? Interesting. Interesting. This city doesn't really have any too important resources, though, to be exchanging. I just might leave it not connected, to be honest with you. But let's see if there's any city-states we're barely missing. Right there. Clearly, we can send that hoplite up there. Hopefully. Without any repercussions. Let's continue to make our way and just search, explore the map, explore the world. We're already almost at 600 gold, so we can turn that into a city. That's some nice bonuses from Jose, some nice bonuses from some goody huts. Again, we got 150 gold off of 275 gold goody huts, so gold is pretty nice. We should be able to turn this into a town, and it's immediately going to grow and be super strong. But again, continue to explore, prioritize these mines. Now, we do have a decision here. We already have our 3 settlers out, and I think I'm just going to pop another one. I am just going to go immediately for it. Be a little aggressive. I think we're going to be able to turn this into a city and have it protect itself soon enough. So we are going to allow it to do that while we continue to expand. We can expand basically as fast as possible. Once these city-states start popping, we are going to be flying through the tech tree, flying through the civic tree, and getting lots of food and production on our cities. So it's a little bit slow right now. We had a fantastic early game, a little bit slow, but we are about to pop off soon enough. Soon enough. And actually, speaking of that, 2 turns, okay. 2 turns, he's already angry with us, and we got the sparked settle, which is fantastic. He settled right there. Still gives us plenty of room to settle right here next to him. Got that extra culture. Let's pick up that camel. Not doing much for us now, but hopefully we'll later. We'll just continue to sit there. And that got connected somehow. By expanding our borders, maybe? I did not realize the game did that. I thought it was, 15 tiles from the town itself. Is it 15 tiles from the border? I am not sure. An interesting thing to check out. Learning new things every single game. Every single game. Every single day. Now, yeah, let's get across the river. We need to explore more. Something. 2 things, I think, over here. Now we have enough influence to seize again. And let's see, we can check. On turn 30. On turn 30... deciding which city-state I want to seize first. We already got the science. I'm thinking of this one. Let's seize that. On turn 30, we are in process of 1 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On turn 30, we are in process of choosing 6 city-states, and we are about to complete Greece's civic tree, which allows us to get half off. So any city-state we meet beyond this, we're going to be able to choose for extremely low influence. I mean, again, it's just great. There's nobody better at choosing city-states than this build. I'm convinced. Prove me wrong. But hey, we get the science one first, which is actually ideal if I had to choose, since culture is a little bit easier in this build. But hey, receive a free technology. Boom. Like I said, that gives sailing. We'll see if this next one is probably going to give. And hey, skipping over things. First Suze, that automatic Diplo point. Boom. We'll get another one right here. But, and see, I would like to choose this one. I'd choose this bonus, the culture bonus, before the gold bonus, but I just can't. The game forces you. Well, choose that lapis. Hopefully we meet some more gold city-states. Kind of counting on it, to be honest with you. Not getting the 5% gold for every city-state you are Suze on would actually be a little bit disappointing. But yeah, we get writing. So, kind of useless turns of science we put into that, which is okay. Well, again, prioritize culture until we complete that tree. Hey, we get some. The next, after you meet some of the city-states, the Soul of the Land is another resolve narrative event, and you get it. I've almost every single time, unless you're doing like a one town or one city challenge, something like that. Hey, you're going to be training settler. Just that immediately is done. And we'll start 4 diplomatic endeavors as well. We could eventually get the plus 30% towards initiating endeavors, but honestly, that one's a little less worth it than a lot less worth it than the plus 50% towards befriending independent powers. But we'll be choosing our free civic here, obviously. Starting off with the free civic and the free science is absolutely unbelievable. We'll be choosing that. Let's confirm that.
There is another world.
Pick up mysticism, pick up irrigation, and you can see we are going to be flying through the game. And we could take this out if we really want to, which I actually might. I think I will, actually. I'll take it out, since I believe, if I'm not wrong, so that's 12. Yeah, we're going to be, the max amount of turns we have that in is 5. I think I'm going to take the extra gold here, to be honest with you. I would kind of like to save my influence until we actually hit that. Saving 10 turns or so might be worth it, in my opinion. We'll see. I'm kind of setting up for that, to be honest with you. But we'll pick up bronze working. Got that lapis and a sheep in there. As far as pantheons, and I don't, in an honest opinion with you, I don't think any pantheon is that powerful. We'll pick up stone circles, since we are prioritizing mines here a little bit, at least. We could go pick up there, but I think exploring the world is much more important, and I would actually like somebody to get up there and explore a little bit, because it looks like we do have actually room up here which I want to explore at some point, because we do want to explore the entire map. Because if you don't explore the entire map, that's the only way you can go without meeting everyone, pretty much. Sometimes the AI will kind of hide in a corner and not be smart enough to explore everywhere. And so if you don't find that corner, you don't find them. Just making sure a lot of things happen that turn. And that's the thing. I feel like there's always a turn with this build at some point where you're like, I just had 4 narrative events and a meta player and got a story to tell, and all of a sudden I got 150 influence in 1 turn and ran through the Greek civic tree. There's just, I mean, most often things are going to happen in this game, and when things happen, Jose is good. I do not know why I have not already turned this into a city. Clearly, I was waiting it till pop 3 because it's 50 gold less. That's what I will tell myself. But let's pick up all those tiles. Let's make sure we don't get them stolen. Let's convert this into a city. Once again, take some free culture. Not spending any influence on anything other than the best thing in the game. Let's immediately start protecting ourselves. Let's change it. Let's even it out a little bit. And we'll keep the lapis in the capital. But continue to go on and explore the world. Find what you're passionate about. Find the meaning. Find where you fit in. Okay. Another city-state, which is a fantastic meat for us. It looks like there's... Oh yeah, I did. And another city-state. So we do have a couple nice ones. Again, we're going to be able to choose these almost as soon as possible, and I might wait that 10 turns. I am going to wait that 10 turns, in fact. Minimum of 10 turns. Or maximum, excuse me, of 10 turns. To make sure we can get that additional 50% off. So let's just continue to explore with our scouts. I don't know how many times I'm going to see that. Another military city-state, which is good. You want a minimum... I mean, you could... I think military city-states is probably the city-state you can get the most benefit out of hitting multiple times. Maybe. Culture's up there. Gold is up there. But... we'll see. The thing is, they're all good, and we don't have to pick and choose. We pick when, like I said. It's just unbelievable. Now, I haven't really decided where I'm going to put this. I was thinking out there. Pick up the Coilin. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but right there would pick up the gypsum as well. Even though that's a long trek and a wide city, well, we can build our cities wide. Or, you know what I mean. But that's a little bit of the thing. This build, you don't really need your cities to be doing anything. This build more depends on the map and how many city-states there are than it depends on you doing anything. You could probably, if you want a challenge, use this build and try to win the game without building a single building. Because I'm pretty sure you could do it. If there's enough city-states out there and you seize them all, I'm pretty sure you could win the game without actually building any buildings. But we do have a decision here. We could actually... +4 altar is actually kind of nice. We're probably going to be using this tile for our Parthenon anyway. Interesting. If we build that there, we can pick up that gypsum, right? Rubies. Pick up the rubies. I was saying gypsum over here. But we'll build that altar into our Acropolis, most likely. Again, saving our influence for when we are going to get that extra diplomatic points. And having them all become additional 50% towards befriending. I don't know if that is actually red. Is it? It is. It is. Alright, let's camp out here. That's fine with me. Let's see if we can see anything over there. Explore. That's all we want to do. You get so much benefit from just exploring. It's really nice, and scouts are more powerful in this game.
Yo soy Simón Bolívar, la mano que desbarata la tiranía y guía a las naciones a su...
Meeting him means just further influence, further culture. We could take another Reckless, which I think we will. Which does mean we're probably going to be on the offensive at some point. Now we could actually go a greedy garden here and try to bump this up as big as possible, but I'm just going to go be conservative. Let's build up the army. Let's continue to move. Going to hit our celebration next turn. And we are just off and cruising. Really nice turn. And that's what the thing. We are off and cruising, and it is turn 35, 36. I'm surprised we actually don't have Greek civic tree. I feel like turn 35, 36 is kind of when you're hitting it. But like I said, we didn't even have the choice to go into for the goody huts to go and get more culture. And since we did, and since we got gold instead, now we at least have an army. And we were able to turn our town into a city and then feel a little more comfortable, you know? Not be as afraid. I'm going to put this in. Again, we're going to be able to change that once we complete the Greek civic tree, change our policies, I mean. Let's continue to explore. It's all interesting. It's out there. Just trying to make sure we don't overlap because we still have 3 civs to meet. And interesting. I just keep saying interesting, but that was not what I meant to do. I'm breaking. And just looking at the picture, it might seem like, 31, 31 turns, you're not going to have enough science to get that. The thing is, we're probably going to be getting that for free, and we're putting the turns into this bronze working for practically nothing. The thing with this build is you're trying to research civics and techs that you're not getting for free. And you're trying to get as many techs and civics you can hard built as possible because you're getting them for free. You're getting like 12 for free. So hard build as many as you can, and then even occasionally late in the age, you can get free future techs and free future civics because you are choosing city-states when you have the complete tree complete. But here we do have a choice since we do have multiple cultural city-states that we are choosing. I'm actually going to pick up the wonder production prior to the culture from monuments, just because we might be utilizing this prior to utilizing that, since we don't have any monuments out there. Pick up again. We choose that, so we pick up mysticism, pick up writing too. Let's switch this out. Meet another city-state. So we have plenty of city-states that we've met. We have... we're on fantastic pace. Other than culture. Culture is a little slow. We're going to be getting that at like turn 40. Which honestly is a little slow. But, I mean, slow for turn 40 is better than anybody else. And we're doing it fairly efficiently, since we're going to be having a lot of influence to use after we hit that 50% off. Got that Acropolis at 27 production. I'm going to be going into the Acropolis rather than trying to squeeze out a wonder. Building that Acropolis right there, since most likely we're going to be building our library right there for the extra adjacencies off of the resources. We can switch that over to a better tile for the time being. Now we do actually have a decision here. We could try to build out a cheeky hanging gardens, which I would really like. But the AI does prioritize that, especially with it being on just straight Deity. I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to set up that tile for being a +3 adjacency. And we're going to add a little bit of extra production towards that hanging gardens with moving over the lapis. Let's continue to protect with our hoplites, and we'll just send this guy exploring. That's fine with me. Again, not scouting the most efficiently, but we are definitely doing our due diligence. Again, kind of just waiting until we hit that next benchmark in the Greek unique civic tree, and then we are about to pop off. I probably could be playing a little bit faster, but we'll settle our city, and actually, interesting choice. We'll flip over the sheep, make sure we maximize that food. We can grow that city to be pretty big. That did take 2 turns off of the Hanging Gardens. Interesting. That's more than I thought it would, to be honest with you. And we have met Ada Lovelace.
Ada, a pleasure. Tell me, what are your thoughts on calculus?
What are my thoughts on calculus? I don't know. Stop at Diffie Q and linear. Anything beyond that is pointless. Nah, I'm just joking. But we have a choice. +1 food and everything. Honestly, not that much. We're going to take the gold, even though 50 is not too much. But, hey.
Right.
We've unlocked
As
it,
the
turn
world
39.
goes,
So we beat it
only
prior
in
to turn
question
40. We
between
managed to get
equals
it,
in
even though
power.
I thought it was a
While
little
the
slow.
strong do what they
momentum
can,
went.
and the weak suffer what they may.
But now we are just an unstoppable Susing force. Placing that in, we can check it out. Oops. I have anything. I'm ahead of myself. Here is the automatic diplomatic point from the narrative event. We have the choice between culture and diplo, which we are obviously choosing the diplo. We have to scroll through, find ourselves. Let's spend that diplo point. There's the 50%. We also got a cultural attribute point here. And something else. I believe from actually completing a certain amount of civics. But let's put let's grab that that's flax, isn't it? Game doesn't want to tell me. Yeah, it's flax. Pick up the flax, which is fine. And then we have a choice here. Finally completed that. I'm actually I would like to complete that because that gives passive culture. But I would also like to complete something a little more useful. I am going to complete that. 6 turns. I think it's worth it. But now we are a unstoppable Susing force because we can use them for 85. They are 50% off with somebody who gets the most influence in the game. So as far as a choice goes, we are 100% going with another military city-state. Let's use all the military city-states. And then prioritize culture, I believe. And at turn 39, how many do we have in progress? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 done. And we have 4 city-states completely finished. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 4 complete and 5 in progress by turn 39. I would say that's pretty good. But we will continue to scout with our scouts. Let's just fortify, prepare for an attack. Continue to explore. Let's check the settler lens real quick. I actually don't know if that was the correct move. Does not look like it, but it's fine. We have done efficient enough scouting. And oh my gosh, it looks like we're actually going to be attacked from this end. From Egypt. So we might be fighting on 2 fronts, which is not ideal, but not, I mean, we'll be able to handle it. Which I might actually want to, I'll research the hoplite tech next turn, most likely. There's another city-state that we would love to meet. We almost have enough to Susan again. Keep that in mind. This guy can actually come down here and help as he explores, which is nice. Just make our way on the river, actually. It's fine with me. Not really sure where that guy's going. But most likely we are going to need to prepare for an attack. At least we do have one city-state blocking. And the great thing about choosing all the city-states is they'll also help defend you. So if anyone does declare war on you, sometimes the AI declares war on you and then just solely attacks the city-state and doesn't even attack you. And you're like, okay, that's fine with me. Let's meet the city-state. Another military one, which is fine. I actually wouldn't be shocked if this one's... See, the DDAI doesn't even try to go for these city-states. I mean, by turn 40, we're choosing everything we possibly can, and the AI isn't even trying to choose one. They haven't destroyed one either. And that's what I'm saying. Like, in most games, you're not going to find that they're taking out city-states. You're not going to find that they're choosing them either. So it's like free reign, honestly. The AI doesn't prioritize it. Now, as far as if you want to say, hell, how good is this in multiplayer games? I mean, the multiplayer meta is almost all defense and war support, which I don't know. I'm not big a fan of. I don't know too much. I'm kind of talking out my, you know what, but. As far as, hey, getting do you want a DDAI win? You want, actually, the thing is, a DDAI win in Civ 7, I don't think is the toughest when you compare it to other Civ games. But even so, I think Jose Rizal of Greece has the highest ceiling, regardless of whether you're beating AI or not. And we can try to do some cheeky things, even though we have continuity on as far as the age transition goes. We could even try to push this and end the game as soon as possible. I have done that before. Now, we have a choice, a 4-turn or get ready for war. We'll pop out a hoplite. What am I thinking? Just a 1-turn hoplite, just in case. Just in case, we're going to be choosing that military city-state here in a 1 turn, so he'll get immediately strength off of that as well. Honestly, we don't have a lot of room to expand as far as our cities go. And they continue to get mad at us, and we will take the +1 combat strength for infantry units. Helps out our hoplites as we pick up discipline, pick up masonry too. We'll keep those in as far as our as far as our policies go. We'll start completing the Acropolis. We'll send our army down here to protect against, I keep saying Egypt, don't I? Defend against Cleopatra. I'm definitely going to scout south. Be nice to get in the water with that guy and get some, make sure we don't hit any mountains or snags or anything like that. And let's see, we do have 800 gold, alright. Alright, and it's turn 43. We got 1 turn till that. Alright, and we can end our turn. It does seem like Egypt is coming up with that army, pretty inefficiently going around the city-state that we've already
The administration is
nice.
in the hands of the many.
And again, I think we're just going to keep these policy cards in. We could try to min-max a little bit more by taking this out, but we're placing it for, what, 2 culture, 1 production, and a science? Like, not worth it, in my opinion. But immediately go into, it looks like we are being attacked by the Deity AI fairly shortly, so I will be giving our hoplites a little more strength from all the city-states we are choosing. pick up the incense. And it seems like Napoleon is getting angry with us as well. Since we did not, that's kind of to be expected as we make a little bit of progress on the Silk Road. Since we did not spend any of our influence being nice to anybody, they're probably going to be angry with us even more so than the game just being on Deity difficulty. But let's bring our other hoplite back as well, completing the Acropolis. Let's make our way another city-state. Playing on huge Pangea map is clearly nice for Jose. Plenty of city-states, plenty of people. That's what he wants. And this is why Jose is so good. There's just... I mean, hey, that's the thing. If there's gonna be 15 city-states on the map, on a huge Pangea map, there's gonna be at least one science, at least one culture, at least one gold, at least one military for you to use. So it's not like you're not going to be able to at least get, hey, free science, or free culture, or your hoplites gain 1 strength. And I find that the floor in this build is a lot higher than people would think. Or at least I see people talk about it. I don't see people talk about Jose being nearly as strong on certain maps as he should be, in my opinion. But let's take, we'll guarantee this. We could possibly take, actually we haven't built any science buildings, so let's take this before we take the plus science on those buildings. Let's make those buildings easier to build in the first place.
When I was young,
pick up, again, just more civics for free, more text for free. Just the ceiling on this, we're going to be researching everything almost as fast as we can. We still have 2 civilizations to meet. One might be up in this corner. Another, I assume, obviously, are down here. But we will see. We will find them, hopefully, eventually. One might be getting away from us for the entirety of the game, but like I said, it is turn 45, and like there's not a lot of reasons why we should not be meeting most of the people on the map. We've already met 9. I thought that noise meant somebody was going to war with us. Let's check and see what happened. And we built the Acropolis, so we get the narrative event of Greece. So we get 150 culture here.
If you think
Get
that I
more
rely on
influence
numbers,
there.
then all Greece
Completed,
is not sufficient.
gained strength on
If
our
I'm meant-
hoplites. And every single turn, I feel like in this build, every single turn you're crawling up the mountain. But you just take huge, giant crawls, like 1 tech, 1 civic a turn. And not just like, oh, I got a little more production so I can build my library, which will then get me more science, which will then get me the tech. Just get the tech all at once. I mean, we could, obviously, we do want to be building wonders at some point, is so we can get the cultural legacy path, because we are going to be trying to get all the legacy paths we can. We might be completing the age actually a little bit too early to do that, to be frank with you, but I think actually debating right now between a wonder or I'm going to build a wonder, right? I believe this would be ideal. Making sure, is this, yeah, this is tropical, so yeah, I will build Mundo Perdido. I apologize for any me mispronouncing things. It's all in good faith, I promise you. But we will build this. Now, we do have kind of some interesting... I would love to make this a +3 tile. We'll build it right there. That will also help out Argos as well, giving it another... adjacency. Why can I not think of adjacency? I don't know. But completed most of the Greek unique civics. We might be leaving that out till last, but we'll try to be picking up public life. We'll try to pick up that before we get it for free, so we're not just throwing away turns of culture. And we're up over 100. And so we can clearly sue some more people because we need to be sousing everybody on the map. I think Shamran sounds fantastic. I believe they would love to be soused. Egypt is surrounding us. We might have wanted to build some more hoplites prior to that. But good thing is, we can convert this into a city and start producing it there. As we gain another hoplite, as we start sousing more of these military city-states, we'll get them for free. That's you get so much. It's not for free. I mean, obviously we are spending our influence on it, but we get so much influence, and that influence goes so much further that getting it does feel like it's getting it for free. So we'll build up our military there. We'll actually send some production there as well. I kind of prefer an even balance and having all my cities do everything. It could be a little bit better if you have one like super mega city that has like 100 production in the Antiquity Age, but I think having more cities with 30 production is better. And you can see we already have a decent amount, 16 food and 17 production without any buildings in here. That's primarily because you take a look at it, you can take a look at the food. We're getting 6 food and we're getting 6 production from being those suzerains, and that's only getting better. And so any city we get from like here on out, we're going to be able to get up and running extremely fast. Now, I should actually be looking to settle more. There's just not been a lot of room for us to settle. I should probably settle down here. But I kind of like everything we are working on at the moment, to be honest with you. I think it's fairly efficient. I don't know why I went to that tile. But our scout wanted to take a bath, clearly. Simone has declared on Ada Lovelace. I am kind of surprised we haven't met everyone in the game so far, but we pick up that gypsum, and we will actually switch that gypsum in and out. Give Sparta that gypsum because we are making moves. We're probably going to get one turned on this Hanging Gardens. I'm kind of expecting it. Turn 48 Hanging Gardens for Deity sounds just about right, to be honest with you. Let's try to have our hoplites actually be somewhere where we might be attacked. Kind of using them more on the defense right now, although they do have a external. They are starting to get extremely strong. And check out the rankings. No one doing too much. Us leading in resources is nice. Get another free hoplite. And just like that, actually, we're gonna keep these guys over here. Let's spread out our army. Let's make sure at all points, all corners, our empire is protected. We probably shouldn't be doing that. We probably should. Another military city-state, another city-state. Already almost time to seize another. I don't know what the average turn is. What, we're seizing like one every 4 turns, 3 turns, something like that. We could bring our army down here and just take over Egypt, which might be worth it. Would we want to take over Egypt or go up here and take over Xerxes? I keep forgetting Xerxes' name. I apologize, my main man. Interesting. Let's continue to explore. We built that hoplite. Don't have any rough terrain to build our Parthenon, but we'll get a quick brickyard here. I think it's worth it. Build it there. Gives us access to that rough terrain, which we want. Just making sure we have kind of everything in queue, getting that Hanging Gardens next turn, hopefully. Let me hear the boom. We got declared war on instead. I'll tell you, You can declare war on me any day. Just don't steal my wonders.
The canal
Alright,
water
Buster.
gushes from above into the gardens. Fragrance pervades the walkways. Streams of water as numerous as the stars of heaven flow in the pleasure garden.
Take me to the pleasure garden. The first of many conflicts. As we declare war, hey, we get a narrative event. Shocking. But we'll take the extra influence, and that narrative event actually did. I think that is a Jose narrative event being declared war on. And it's not a universal one, which is why we got X, not that just that influence from the event, but that bonus influence from being Jose as well. But we actually got we got the expansionist Diplo point from the Hanging Gardens, and I could actually spam out a couple wonders here, since we do want to be starting on those so we can beat the Deity AI to them. I think actually starting on Gate of All Nations, even though it might seem a little bit odd, might be worth it. We should have brought these guys over, to be honest with you. But we can check out the strength of our hoplites at least right now. And we can kind of show we're already getting plus 12 strength from being the suzerain. We're getting plus 3 from that reckless ability, plus 2 from the determined ability, and plus 2 from adjacent hoplites. We're already at 37 strength compared to the Deity AI of 28. So it's already hurt, so it's getting that minus 4. But let's move on up. Honestly, kind of glad that they did declare war on. As long as nothing goes wrong, we do get to level up our commanders, which is kind of nice. I should have brought those guys over there. They're attacking our capital primarily. Send at least one back. And we should be A-okay otherwise. Let me see that we can. I probably am skipping turns on influence and making sure we do seize the city-states right away as soon as we hit that 85 mark. Probably doing a poor job on that. We can hit another science one if we would like. I do not know where these last two people are. My scouts are searching for them. The last two leaders. Get some more wars going on in the game. Building that over there, so it shouldn't be stopped by building our wonder out of the way. So it should not be stopped by the intruders. Might be a little bit late going over there. And we do have this... Oh, are they not... I don't think they'll be able to attack us. They will be able to pillage, though. Continue to meet more city-states and more city-states.
In the calm darkness.
Natural wonders. And we can fight this war with Egypt. As you can see, they're trying to take out our city-state. The really nice thing is, even if they take out the city-state, we still get all the bonuses from the city-states. We still get... actually, I do believe that the combat bonus is the only one that goes away, interestingly enough. But it does treat the same as if like the +1 science on all your... +1 science on all your libraries still stays the same. Plus food and plus production stays the same, I believe. And so it doesn't matter too much even if they all kind of go away. Well, let's move them over here. We're already up to 39 combat strength. Have some fantastic tiles over here. Let's pick up the mangoes. Now we have an interesting choice. I think we picked up that production and use it to build one more hoplite until we build our Acropolis on that tile. see if we can make it through. Possibly, probably not. Send our hoplites over to protect. Finally.
そなたが来ることは
We meet
骨の占いによれば知ってお
Oh,
った
Himiko, how far you have come. Excuse me. From being a mere hero to a full-blown leader. Take the little bit of science, but more importantly,
Remain
we get the
less
culture golden influence. Still picking that up. Turn 52. We're kind of Susan, pretty sporadic. At this point we're kind of coasting through. Kind of doing whatever we want. Since they declared on us and we're sending our troops down here, we might as well just kind of take them out. I think. The only problem with that is she's probably going to just pour her influence into war support, which is a little frustrating.
My light is great.
Get Mundo Perdido.
He heard.
Boost up those river tiles. Look at those juicy boys. Still take the clay pits though. And as far as technology goes, we're just gonna make our way up to mathematics. The city-states will probably beat us to it, however. Now, we'll take 25% experience on our army commander. And then we'll pick up an archer as well. Since we're going to be Susan, I don't know how many military city-states we are suzeraing. About maybe the 4th choice. If we get to 4, would be the ranged unit strength. But let's take this guy out. Get that promotion. We'll take assault. We'll take the long term. We could go leadership and try to cheese some stuff, but cheese some yields, excuse me. Unfortunately, we can't really attack him while they're in the water. But we can continue to explore. Continue to play the game. Continue to seize. They're taking this out. I need to make sure. I should double check and see exactly what gets taken away, whether it's food, combat strength, the science on the buildings, things like that. I believe it all stays the same, except maybe the combat strength. But that also would imply it should take away the science and the culture. The one I'm pretty sure the food stays. The food and the production stays from the mementos. Doesn't get taken away. That's what I should say. But we continue to grow, continue to kind of do everything. Now we could go commanders earn a plus 50 influence. I think we're just going to take the war support. The immediate bonus, we'll probably get the settlement limit here shortly as well.
Those who delight when I
Pick up a tech and a civic. Alright, we get another, so let's actually interesting. We could go Hillfort. Hillfort is obviously good long term since that production follows over into the next age. We'll take the flatbow for now. I'm kind of assuming we're getting everything. And what I mean by everything, we're getting all Sue's bonus from all military since there's enough. We got the Tech Wrangler, and this is a Greek one, I believe. And we'll take the... Well, actually, I would love the 200. We're going to take that. We're going to try to get that engineering, because if we can get some more hard build techs, that frees up some more free techs, and we could possibly get a free future tech more easily. We'll pick up that, even though we don't have any monuments. We'll pick up the culture on monuments.
an eye for an eye.
Since we might be building
Even
some. I mean, that's the thing. You're going too fast to build anything. Like, even though we have production and we have food and we have everything, we don't have enough We don't have enough time to literally do everything. We're just racing through the civic tree and racing through the tech tree too fast. But, like I said, it should be a fairly easy war for us. We might let our city-state down, but that's alright. Like I said, they're basically just completely attacking the city-state and not even paying attention to us. And they took that out. Most likely we will take it back. Which is good for us. It's only a temporary setback. Ooh, the conflict intensifies. Another Jose one. So we can get plus 10% production towards wonders. A very nice bonus for us. And speaking of wonders, we'll actually go straight into Emil Bell. I think that's an obvious placement. That's going to become a pretty nice tile. Let me switch that over. That's one. We'll start picking up some of the river tiles. That does mean we probably should build a fishing quay at some point. I don't know why it's. I'm just ranting at this point. Is what it feels like, but let's build our Acropolis. No. What am I thinking? What am I thinking of? Let's build a quick settler.
The river there is...
See the Grand Canyon. Let's build some fortifications and make our army make our way towards Egypt. Let's heal that hoplite up. Where's Caesar? Oh, that's fairly close. Let's send that merchant down that way. I would like to explore up there, but I don't really want to spend the influence to get open borders, to be honest with you. I think spending that influence to seize more city-states is a better benefit, since we have about 16 bonuses stacked all on top of one another, and we get so much from each time we seize a city-state. They're attacking a little bit. Really nice. They're not actually pouring too much into their war support. We actually have positive from using that independent power. Speaking of using independent powers, let's actually... Let's make sure we can get that... Get the hill forts. So we will be getting the hill forts, so this time I'll take the settlement limit.
An army, even...
Pick up another science, another culture. Another science, another tech. And you can see just how broken this is. I mean, we are pushing just insane pace. Is this a... I can't... Are both of these ledges? I can't really tell, to be honest with you. We do have that minus a little bit of combat strength when defending, so we kind of do want to be on the attack. Alright. There is still one final civ we have not met. Very curious to see who it is. But let's head in with our guys. Can he not attack that? You can see we're already up to 48 combat strength. We're getting plus 18 combat strength from our city-states on turn 57. Just insane. And there is, if you really want to, oh, and we get even more combat strength. Oh, we get, we're definitely taking the +1 movement. We have an excess of combat strength. We need some more movement. I need to see more movement. But you can actually take the memento of +1 combat strength on all units for every city-state you are suzerain of, and stack that, and so it's every city-state gives you 3 combat strength. But it's just at that point it's basically just win more. I mean, the difference between +20 combat strength and +30 combat strength.
No man is food.
You're just wanting to win the war. Winning the war, I mean, the 30 combat strength doesn't help you win the war faster necessarily. Maybe a tiny little bit. But we do have some choices here of what to build. A very nice barracks. +7. But I think we need to be getting these buildings out. To be honest with you, not 100% sure. I think a market actually might be the best. We're a little bit shy on gold city-states, to be honest with you. We're actually extremely shy. I should have taken, like I said, taken that lapis, which we still have. Yeah, we still have that. We still are getting that bonus, even though that city-state was taken out. But let's build another hoplite. We can just send these guys. We should be... Oh, jeez. I feel like we should be one-shotting these slingers, even though we're not. We'll take it out, though. Let's destroy the city defenses. And then let's go... interesting choice of where to settle. I could squeeze 2 out. Let's try to squeeze 2 out. Let's go settle down there, and then maybe another one up a little bit to the north and settle the Valley of the Flowers. I forget what that is called. But let's create the trade route, get some more production. We do need some more cities, so we might take over Egypt. See how close we are to making that town a city. Oh, and that +1 movement feels fantastic. And just remember, I was not the one who started this. Cleopatra attacked me. And I do wonder if the AI will be less prepared as Carthage, since they can't actually produce their army out of their towns, since they are all towns. You get to one-shot this, hopefully. Yep, starting to one-shot things. We'll take the city-state back. And let's see, we could keep it, we could I mean, there's no point not to really keep it, I guess. Let's get even more strength for our infantry units. Let's make sure we actually have correct pathing as we one-shot the slinger. We can go down here and pretty swiftly take out all of their cities. And I think I'm ready to kind of get rid of that scout, to be honest with you. Oh, I guess I should have auto-explored. I have not been really using the auto-explorer, to be honest with you. Let's take out this city while we can. making swift work of the Deity AI at 92 influence, so it's time to choose another city-states, shockingly. At this point, I'm just choosing whichever one I find open. Oh! Would you look at that? Oh, Himika. It's one I saw. Peace deal? Absolutely not.
In the midst of the snow,
Get a meal bell.
The
That's
light.
another diplomatic point. Honestly, just getting that free diplomatic point is better than anything a meal bell provides. Let's pick up that wine. Nice extra culture on our celebrations. Really nice thing. Not really nice thing. But hey, not as important as the plus 50% influence, but plus 18 science and plus 18 culture. Pretty big bonus at this point in the game as far as hard building stuff. But again, you don't need to hard build that much stuff. We got our Emil Bell. I think I would like a market since we're going to be shy on gold. Since we don't have too many gold city-states. Let's take over the city. Continue to take over. Are we? We're on the wrong one. I am confusion. Hop in the water. Get ready to take Rusticade. We need to be making some of these towns cities, preferably. Let's heal those boys up a little bit. We're going to set these guys. I would really like to get up there, but we're just going to set this guy on Auto Explorer. Not pay attention to him. Should have done that with the last scout. Make our micromanaging just a little bit easier since we are at war. It's taking up primary focus. Probably not talking about too much else, but I mean, this is the point in the game where we are just kind of zooming right along. I mean, choosing city-states every 4-ish turns means we are getting techs and civics every 4-ish turns. Now we just need to be focused on completing the age with all the cultural points, which means we do need to focus a little bit more on wonders, probably, even though we do have clearly the most wonders. Codices, we are going to get those extremely fast, extremely quick at the end of the age. Let's continue to make our way around the corner of the mountain. Now, we will take culture on warehouses.
all the world's the truth.
We did not manage to hard build that. Now we do have some questions. I'm actually going to take this out. I am going to min-max here a little bit. We have enough cities. We do want that gold, and that's happiness here. I think we have enough cities to do so. Now, since we are light on gold, I am actually going to build the Parthenon. Since that will give us, what is our Parthenon, or Acropolis given right now is 20 gold for those two buildings, which is very, very nice. And speaking of, we will build another Acropolis. This one on rough terrain, so that Parthenon gets a little influence. Pick up that clay pit, since we built that market, gives us another resource slot. Clicked off my screen there, I apologize. Let's pick up citizenship. And we don't have quite enough gold to make that a town. We will probably be doing that next. That's who we need to sue. We need to sue Troy so we can get some sight up here. I have found that I don't believe the city-states are scouting as much as they did prior, to be honest with you. I feel like they're not scouting. Ever since they added in automatic exploration, the scouts the city-states use I feel like hasn't been as much. Take these. Up to 7 cities. Almost completed with packs. I'm not attempting. I refuse. Please be nice to me. Hopefully that guy doesn't get targeted. Let's set up there, pick up some silver, which is nice in case of emergency and we need to purchase some units we can efficiently. And Xerxes actually traded with us, interesting enough. Doesn't look like he's going to war. Let's one-shot this. Let's one-shot this. Can we one-shot this super hurt? No, we can't. But I think it's worth it. We need to power through. No, we did one-shot it. Jeez. These guys are just so strong. I mean... At this point, there's just no stopping them. We will be taking all of these cities. Let's set this on Auto Explore. Let's see if Auto Explore finds the last civ. I'm almost positive it's up here, and we should be using that whenever we can, but we will see. Xerxes actually got a Suze up here without us noting. Unbelievable. But yeah, fairly straightforward. I mean, at this point, we're kind of just playing out the rest of the game. Kind of setting up for the next stage. We're going to do some things to hopefully set up. We might incorporate some city-states, do something else. And we do. We finally meet the last civilization. Who was it? It was Ashoka.
संसार के मध्य बिंदु के एगो महान राजा.
We don't get any like final bonus from meeting everybody, and we won't double up on the reckless. We'll just take the science.
Perfection.
That actually completes engineering for us. Good, fantastic, nice hard build. Frees up another free civic, and I would like. If we can hard build mathematics, that would actually be fantastic. 17 turns. Probably not going to get there. Might get there. Who knows? I'm not 100% sure on how many city-states we are using at the time and in progress. And we got the market. Interesting choices. Choices. We'll take the one turn. Library. Let's get some libraries up. Start increasing that science. That +1 movement right now is much our friend. Sneak in behind him with that guy. Let's take out their slingers before taking out their cap. Glad he did not get taken out. Alright, and we have enough gold. Let's turn this into a city. We'd have enough influence to befriend another independent power as well. And I would really like to put this Parthenon on a rough terrain. But I also need to get to the rough terrain. But let's build a library since we have so much extra production towards that. It's only 2 turns. And let's take the production out of the cap. Cap has enough production Let's put it in the new city. Make progress on the Silk Road. And then, as far as Suzing, we need to Suze. We don't have the Suze in. We don't have the card in. Unfortunately, we're trying to min-max too much. Wasting turns, in my opinion. Get another trade route from Frederick. The people who are most angry with us seem to be the one trading with us. So let's take out this slinger. Let's start taking out the city defenses. Let's take out this slinger. Let's promote. We will just complete the assault promotion tree. Even though we don't have any cavalry for the time being. Let's take out that city. We're a little bit over the settlement cap. So we're going to start taking a hit to our happiness, but not too much. Finish the library, and I think we should be putting all the rest of our production into these wonders. Make sure we can get that, the cultural... The cultural legacy path completed. The districts are destroyed. We should be able to take that next turn. And then that would be their last city. Let's see, just making sure we kind of aren't missing anything. I would like another city in there, I believe. Let's check out the settler lens. Yeah, right in there would be nice. Is the Accra? No, I think getting that city down is more important. I should have built that settler before I even started on the library, but it is what it is. I think we are going to be okay. These cities kind of stink, to be honest with you. I kind of just packing them in. I do always find it funny that if you did see when we were adding that in there, whenever you're adding something in to one of these cities, the border of this turns back into the city-state dotted lines, which is kind of funny. Harriet Tubman getting angry with us for some reason. Let's add science to those science buildings. I'm actually kind of surprised we didn't have that in. I kind of forgot.
Ships at a distance.
But pick up some, just more of everything. Let's take some of these out. Deciding. We're actually going to take out the influence, even though I'm not the happiest with taking that out. Let's slot that in for the time being. And then we're going to actually slot it out. I think we're going to be hitting the other one soon enough. Excess food is too nice, to be honest with you. Now we do have a choice. I mean, we're just not hitting the civics fast enough. Let's take the extra strength. We're not hitting the civics fast enough to actually take advantage of trying to hard build it. So I'm just gonna take the others. Sorry, my brain is dying. My brain is dying. Let's take out this city. I think I'm gonna take out the army commander. So we can keep their capital. We're getting less and less influence now that we're taking it, but we will be all right. We have already done most of what we want to do. Can we one-shot this? We can. I should check how much combat strength we have. Because it is quite a lot. Quite a lot. Built the Parthenon. Let's complete the Acropolis. I almost placed it in the wrong place. Got that. Let's get that settler, like I was saying. Should we get the settler? Actually, yeah. We'll go far beyond. We'll have plenty of cities. We'll go way above the settlement limit. We will take whatever space is given to us. Because that will put us at 11, 12 cities. I think we'll be able to manage. We declared war. Frederick. I don't even know where his troops are. What, right here? 1?
Ich war zu lange im Theater.
I don't have any problem with it, other than the fact that if he pours war support in there, we're going to become even more unhappy, which I do not want. So as long as he doesn't pour any war support in there, I'm fine with him battling our independent powers. Make our way. Let's take out the scout. Let's get in the water. Let's get in the water. Let's get in the water. Let's make sure Frederick isn't anywhere crazy. 2 units. I don't even know where Frederick is. No, it's Frederick. Alright. Making sure nothing crazy is going on. Making sure we don't fly off the rails. But should be taking out Cleopatra here shortly. And then we should be able to do basically whatever we want. Hopefully we can take out that city next turn. Don't have to bother them anymore. Get the hill forts. Get citizenship. Get engineering. Let's take out the food for culture. That might be a bad move, to be honest with you. Let's just heal up. I doubt we're going to need him. Go over for reinforcements just in case. And I am gonna... I'm gonna take out the gold for the 50% bonus. Make sure we can Suze next turn. I think. Make sure there is a spot to Suze, right? Yeah, right here. We'll Suze them. Next turn. Nice Torres. Torres Island. Yeah, moving right along. We should be working on wonders. Need a little more, a couple more resources. Well, we should get there as we grow. And as we consume, take over. We taking over. Alright, let's build that farm. Let's get the clay pit. I don't think Frederick is really attacking us at all. We'll take the extra food, actually, because we want to be growing our cities. And we do want to be growing our cities. Let's make sure we don't get that. We don't have enough. We're only getting 7 influence per turn since we have taken over so many of Egypt's cities. So let's take that over. Let's one-shot the city district. Let's get the warrior one-shots, and then let's take the city. A nice quick war with Cleopatra. She started it. She started it. So we'll take the city, keep the settlement. We'll be at 12 max. We're getting hit pretty hard as far as our yields go, just because we are so far over, and we do have negative happiness in a couple of our cities. But that's alright. We can't just pop out an arena here. Can upgrade that. We do get a command bonus. And I'm going to go with the +1 range. We don't have too many commanders, so want to make that commander hit everybody. Hit all of our troops. Probably, not sure if we are going into the exploration age and the modern age. I mean, we are going to, but as far as the video goes. We're going to be 100% making sure we are completing all of the legacy paths. But at turn 68, we're already at over 100 science, 166. Napoleon declares war on us, 166 culture. Should be completing the game fairly quick here.
J'ai fait le calcul.
And we should be pushing future civics and pushing the age forward pretty quick. And so ultimately it is going to push the age progress and trigger that 10-turn countdown. Now we are actually minus happiness here too. I think it is worth it building a quick villa. Let's get our happiness back on track here for the time being. Let's just heal everybody up while we can. Let's hop in the commander. Now we can finally seize that city-states. Definitely gonna beat Genghis Khan. Should almost have enough gold to start turning these towns into cities again. Okay, what happened? Oh, they're attacking our city-states, our independent powers. Go ahead. Go ahead. We'll get +2 culture on the codices.
God, with such ships.
Again, just pick up more and more and more and more and more. Let's take that out and let's put in +2 influence. We actually do need, since we're so low on influence per turn at this point. We'll take Colossus. We'll try to hard build it. Like I said, most likely not going to be able to. Let's bring our guys over here. Protect in case Frederick tries to do anything crazy. I think we're all set. Not 100% sure if there's another city-state we can't even attempt to seize. I think we have everyone spotted. I think that will actually be the last couple of seizes. We should have explored up here. We really should have, but even so, not fully 100% complete, but got our money's worth. We can actually probably start on those endeavors. That will get us another diplomatic point, which is nice. Let's pick up these llamas. Llama, red pajama. Man, that city stinks. And yeah, we're just growing everywhere, just from so much excess food from our mementos and our city-states. Let's hit these bonuses. Hit some milestones. I'm not too focused on just going way overboard and trying to min-max everything at this point. I mean, we're going to be hitting all of the legacy paths fairly easy, and so we're just kind of coasting a little bit, to be honest with you, which is all right with me. Like, even right here, you're at 21.6 production. You're getting 13 minus 2.5. So getting 11 production right at the start, I mean, that's basically like a free 2 highly efficient brickyards. I mean, just fairly easy to get things going, get things rolling. Speaking of, I will actually switch these two. Let's get happiness up there. Let's get production down there. Send him. Send him. The army commander. Should be completing the Colosseum shortly. Hopefully we are hard-teching mathematics. We should actually be building infrastructure. We have hardly built any buildings at this point. But we should be able to. I mean, we have the production, we have the food, we have the growth to
While
build those
stands the
buildings, to build
Colosseum,
those extremely powerful
Rome
buildings.
shall...
Completed the Colosseum. Let's repair. And let's actually get the fishing boats wonder, because that will apply to all these tiles here as well. I do love tile yields on rivers. I mean, pyramids plus Mundo Perdido plus jeez, I'm gonna mispronounce this. Hamanga Amoy, plus that, plus Petra, all that can apply to these river tiles, and you can get some pretty insane ones, which is always fun. In the meantime, let's build some more wonders. Hey, let's build a fairly cheap Nalanda, 9 turns in Off City. Let's build it right there. Create some more adjacencies. We got our settler, which we're kind of spamming. We're going to be at 12 cities. Then I believe that is in the most danger. Could be wrong, obviously. Let's throw him up there. Let's throw him up there. Continue to make our way. And Harriet Tubman. Is Harriet Tubman close? Not really. Everybody's just declaring war on us. Because that's what they're meant to do.
If I can't change your heart.
I'm hoping we can just push the age so far that we don't have to deal with them. It's the preferred way of doing things. See if we can hard build ironworking. We got that villa. We're back at positive happiness. And let's see if we can build a pyramid of the sun. Even since we are so far ahead, pyramid of the sun gets taken super fast by the Deity AI. We'll see if we can build it though. Let's see if we can make peace. 2 turns. Alright. Nothing else happening too exciting. We're going to be hitting that. In that next Suze here shortly. Oh, man, I did not see that gypsum was already taken. But let's claim our territory, and look at that. Napoleon is struggling with the independent powers surrounding him. Like, we don't even have to attack him. He can't declare war, peace in a couple turns, but we are not even attacking him, and we are winning. But yeah. There's nothing on this map setting. There's nothing Jose can't do. If you're playing on a Pangea, huge map, especially with initial independent hostility as friendly, like there's no reason you can't sim up, have a nice game of Civ, beat the Deity AI, not get too frustrated with the +8 combat strength, and not get too frustrated with anything. The only one we can choose.
Skill, the truly...
These look fairly decent to me as far as the policy cards go. Back up. We could... an altar with 5 happiness? No, from the wonders. However, I think the Colossus would actually be a better choice of our production. We do have a chance to build Petra here. Kind of forget what I was going for altogether. We'll put a couple turns into Petra. It'd be a cheeky Petra. Super surprised this has not gone yet. Just because the AI loves to build it. Let's take out the sheep. Since we can't put that in a town. Just trying to maximize anything. Let's go for philosophy. Let's heal everybody up. And move on to the next turn. And this is the point where turns kind of all blend together. I mean, we're on turn 74. A lot more is happening, and a lot more is crucial to what is going on when you are earlier on in the age. Just basically efficient scouting is needed. Like, we had decent scouting. I mean, I kind of figured out, hey, this is the coast and explored that way. So we explored most of the map, found everybody. I'm sure there is an independent up in the northeast that we did not get to meet, but again, I mean, we're going to be hitting, as far as rankings go, already hits, we're already way past that, we're going to be hitting that soon, we already hit that, and the codices are going to fall in very short order as our science grows. That might actually be a thing. We might actually need to focus a little bit more on the codices. Obviously, since we are currently building Nalanda, that is helping. Or that will help. Excuse me. Let's throw that in a town and put that incense in. We have 872 gold, which means we should be able to convert this. I think convert this into a city. Is that the mausoleum? That is. We picked that. We captured that. That's kind of a sick capture. Obviously, that doesn't work towards the philosophy. What is it? Is it Petra? Yeah, of course it's Petra. Surprised that was even still available. Well, let's take that culture. We are going to put that excess into the oracle. Nah. Let's put it into the library. That's going to be the thing that helps us out the most. It might not help us out at all, but it has the possibility of helping us out, which is more than a lot of things. You can see we are pretty unhappy in most of our towns, which is to be expected being at 12 of 8's settlement limit, but at this point it doesn't matter too much. We already have we should have asked for peace, but we already have so much of everything. I'm not too worried. Let's see.
I am the river.
Harry Tubman isn't really doing anything. Get our cultural points. Let's get extra production towards those wonders. Look at those fishy tiles. Look at them. Look at them. Let's get that militaristic points. That could actually help us get rid of that unhappiness from these captured settlements eventually. We just built that library in one turn. Oh, that was from the excess. That was from the excess. Don't think it might have been one turn, but that was from the excess production from the wonder as well, from the Petra-ness. But I do have an excess amount of gold. Let's actually convert their capital to a city. It is super unhappy, so let's crank out a... crank out a arena real quick, and let's put the llamas in there as well. You know, that sets that other city to unhappy. We'll take the slight, I don't know what you call that, detriment. Let's see if he'll peace. He will. Will he give us a city? No.
Bien sûr. Dies scheint mir ein annehmbares
Thank
Angebot zu
you
sein.
for bothering me a little bit. Game's lagging. Let's propose peace here as well, will you? No.
Un supérieur
Thank
n'obstrue
you.
jamais le passage d'un autre.
Thank you, thank you. And Harriet Subman still has 4 turns. Until she buzzes off. Everybody's making peace.
The unexamined life is not worth
Hard build that,
living.
which is nice. Let's go. Let's get a little more gold. We can use that for a little bit extra. A little more oomph. Yeah, 5 turns there. 1 turn there. It doesn't look like we're going to be hitting any real free techs or free civics, unfortunately. Maybe if we had done a little bit better scouting, we could have. But we might be putting our gold into... We could either save that, or we could put our gold into a little more science. Possibly even... oh man, what did we miss out on? Oh, the military point. It's fine. Since the science is the last thing we're kind of looking for. Nice culture. Oh, we did hit that.
As the world.
We're kind of hitting everything. So we did actually hit that before... Oh, we're... man. We'll get 1 free, I guess. So... We'll take the free codex, or do we take the step pyramid? I think we'll take the step pyramid.
The dogs bark. There is Jude.
We'll take the step pyramid, and we'll actually purchase some of those, because those unique improvements do carry over into the next age, which is really nice. There's not a lot of things that go into the next age. So if we can carry that over, I will happily do so. And since we did miss production, I do kind of want to put it into another wonder, to be honest with you. I think that would be a fantastic spot right there. Work on that future civic. These turns won't matter because we will get a free future civic and a free future tech by hitting that in 4 turns, which is pretty cheeky. Let's send him over there. Let's send him back. Send him back. Let's at least be aware of Harriet. Even though we can one-shot their troops. Oh, I should have checked. Let me check to see the combat strength. 119. There's no other Suzas. Can we flip one of these? Oh, we can. Perfect. Let's put the 30% towards initiating endeavors. No one's really nice with us. Where's Himiko? Let's be friends with Himiko. And we do have 627 gold, and so let's see if we can purchase some step pyramids. That is definitely going to be a building, so we're not going to purchase a step pyramid there. Let's see, 100%. That looks like a beautiful step pyramid with some happiness. The main, the best benefit I kind of think from the step pyramid is you can purchase some extra happiness. So if you are going well above the limit, the settlement limit, this is another way you can get happiness that otherwise is not available. Purchase a couple. Hopefully not get one turned on the Pyramid of Sun. Or Nalanda. I didn't realize we were finishing both this turn. Let me actually... We're hidden that, aren't we?
The warrior's blood
Hit
he
the
doth
Pyramid of Sun,
bestride
hit the
them if you
Colossus, hit the
desire
Nalanda.
ease.
Do we have enough? We have 10? Are we missing? Do we not have enough codices? Did I not prioritize them enough? We're gonna miss the codices? Am I crazy? I could have sworn... we were going to get them. What, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 plus. We just got Nalanda. No, they're not slotted. They're not slotted. Something was up. Something was amiss. I knew it. I knew it. So we did get it. We did get it there. We're going to get that future civic and future tech here in 3 turns. Which means we're going to push the age over and get that 10 turn cooldown. In the meantime, what do we want to be doing? We want to be focusing mainly on ageless things, so let's build a hill fort if we can. Oh, it's up there. Excuse me, let's build a hill fort if we can. Just build more ageless things. Ageless things include wonders. Let's get that granary. Let's put it somewhere not in the way. We got Nalanda. Let's make sure we get our Acropolis built before the end of the age. Let's make sure our Acropolis is built before the end of the age. Look at that! Look at that nice 48 science tile in the Antiquity age. Reasonable. Let's just slot things in. The age is going to be over here shortly enough. I don't know if we can make peace with Harriet Tubman yet. I don't believe. But kind of nice coasting into the end of the age. Pretty solid game. Like I said, nothing too complicated. Just seize all the city-states you can. Meet all the people. Scout. Pretty easy sim up. Hoplites get absolutely unbelievable. Let's heal up. Let's see if we can peace. We can't. Okay.
Not too bad. Always
could do better. That's what I tell myself every single day. Oh man. I apologize for the yawn, but that's kind of how I feel about the end of the age. Like, the start of the age is so much more interesting, and then kind of setting up for the next age, I guess, is interesting, but... Got that hill fort. Let's pick up that step pyramid. Got that granary. Let's see if we can get a hill fort. Just prioritizing ageless things, since the age is going to end here eventually. And I believe we get those next turn, correct? We'll save up our gold. I wish we would have had at least one more Sues, because that really puts our gold over. Because if you do have, I mean, I kind of forget how many Sues we do have. Let me check a city that is happy. How many Sues? We have 15. So nice 15 Sues. Nice 15 city-states. And that's the thing, that's kind of average. I mean, we did that without even scouting up in the northeast. I don't know what those scouts are doing.
All beings who are
to be
plumb.
honest. Finished Angkor Wat. Kind of doing whatever we want at this point. Let's try to pick up that happiness resource since we are over the limits. Let's continue to build ageless things. Again, not building that hill fort, not building the other one, a fishing quay. Look at all those nice and juicy tiles in the capital. I guess we pick up a megalith. Seems most ideal, kind of. Let's see if we can build our Parthenon before the age transitions. We can even build it on rough terrain. And continue on. I'm surprised that, never mind. That 10-turn timer will hit next turn. And we'll see what random attribute points we get as well. Or did we not? We didn't even hit it because we have already chosen all of the cultural... we have already chosen all of the cultural bonuses, so it didn't even give us a bonus to choose, and so we didn't get the free tech and the free future civic. What a good problem to have. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. A little frustrating, yeah, but I mean, it's not too much of a problem for me. I mean, at this point, I'm kind of just waiting for the 8 to end. We already got all of the legacy points. Let's just save up gold, save up influence for the next stage. Get that future civic. Yeah, we're not spending any more influence. We should, though. We should, though. We are spending that influence. Who am I kidding? Where did it go? Let's spend that influence. One more endeavor to go. Get that free Diplo point. Got that science diplomatic point. Gonna head towards there. Big happiness bonus. Built the fishing quay. Let's get a granary. Let's get a saw pits. Oh, I did not want to build it there. Let's get an altar instead. No, I don't want an altar at all. Where's the saw pit? Little saw pit down there. Let's get that Acropolis built. Again, just prioritizing ageless things. things that are going to give us bonuses when we go into the next age. He's dominating everyone. Turn 86. I don't believe we're going to force the game to end. Oh, yeah, we are. We'll force the game to end before turn 100. There's that continuity? Is that what they call it? Continuance. Whatever you want to call it. It's fine with me. Let's pick up that step pyramid. Let's get a nice brickyard. Let's complete the Acropolis. You can stay put. And a nice little bits going into the next age. And, I mean, we're already so far ahead at this point. We can roll this over into the next age, and roll it over into the next age. Like, we're so far ahead in the exploration age, we're gonna win. And I don't feel like it's that hard to do, either. That's fine. I'm not too picky. Because a lot of stuff you can build is going to just be completely useless in however many turns. In 8 turns. Finish the Acropolis. Nice, we can build some hill forts. Gonna be hitting that future tech as well. Not really picking up any specialists, to be honest with you. I think just having your cities be absolutely gigantic, and then there's some bonuses you can get in the exploration age that give you benefits from choosing specialists. So I think it's better to wait until the exploration age to really start focusing on specialists in general. But they can be useful in the... Oh, excuse me. In the antiquity age as well. Really running out of steam, I apologize. But I am happy. Obviously this game it was very nice and easy to show off why I think let's build a great person. Why not? Really able to show off why I think this is just absolutely broken combo. And somebody... he doesn't want. He wants the smoke. He wants Susa. He's taking it. He's taking it. Do they actually have a hotbar? Interesting.
J'ai fait le calcul.
Oh, they both declared. I didn't realize that. That is fine. I appreciate it. If anybody's still watching this, I really appreciate it. I mean, I've been kind of yapping. I mean, the main part of the video, the main part I wanted to show off has already been shown off, so I have just been yapping. I don't know why I keep trying to build a hill fort in the capital, but let's build some ancient walls. Let's trigger that narrative event. And build another great person. Why don't you? Put the step pyramid down. Basically useless. Basically useless great person. Burgeries, shocking. Let's continue to improve those tiles for the next age. How many more turns do we got? 6? 6 turns? 6 turns till the age ends. That's from that's from the walls we just built. Hey, nice little extra culture. But that's the thing with learning the narrative events. There's the fandom online. There's an Excel spreadsheet on Reddit. It is a little bit difficult to tell, to be honest with you, exactly what the narrative events are and what trigger them. But some are really easy. I mean, hey, start 4 diplomatic endeavors, meet all the people. Get riding as Greece is an easy one. Building your Acropolis as Greece is an easy one. Himiko, I've tried to be nice to you. But yeah, I just think if more people kind of understood, I don't know why, I feel like I'm being demeaning, but if more people knew just how easy, like, if more people knew the narrative event was meet your neighbors, I feel like more people would think Greece was better. But, or not Greece, Jose was better. But, like, I mean, like, you're always meeting your neighbors, and you are typically early on in the game, and you just get so much influence. You can seize everything. It's super easy to seize everything. In the meantime, let's complete that. Let's get that culture points. We rejected it because they're all being big meanies. Simone, my friend. Thank you. Let's complete that narrative event. Give us another Diplo point. I mean, I've played this before, this exact Jose of Greece, and I've been able to get, like, a couple points into plus 3% towards all yields and have an alliance in the Antiquity Age. Like, you get so many Diplo points. Like, if I was able to choose the future tech and the future civic, since they did change that, if I was able to choose those and just go as hard as possible into the Diplo tree, even though we are, it would be even better. But we can build that saw pit, I guess. What does he want? Oh, he needs a great work. Alright, this is Sparta. We'll take that out. Where's Sparta? Oh, Sparta doesn't have any science buildings? Are you kidding me? We hardly have enough science buildings to fit our stuff in. Like I said, you hardly need buildings in this build. You don't need to build everything. You get everything from city-states. I mean, we'll just make your way to the capital, I guess. Make your way to the closest science building. And we lost. Okay, we just lost Susa. We were at 15. We should be able to check if we're still getting that 15 food. I'm almost positive. Okay, so we're not. Okay. That actually relieves me. I think that was a bug. Hopefully they patched that without me knowing in the latest patch or something. But I know that some of the benefits of having those city-states rolled over, even if they were incorporated or destroyed. Like, even if they weren't city-states anymore, you still got bonuses from them. And I feel like that definitely should not be the way it is. I feel like you should 100% have to keep them as suzerains to get their bonus. I wouldn't be super mad if, like, hey, when Egypt or Cleopatra took the gold city-state, if our Lapis was taken away. I feel like you should have to be able to protect them, and just because they're so strong. Like, there has to be more risks to just doing this and going all out, seize everything, only spend your influence on seizing things. I don't care, build a boat. I really don't want to be protecting this. How many more turns protecting myself? I would rather just click end turn until
I
the
count
end.
the grains.
Build the Oracle. This is a new one. Oh no, I've seen this one. But you get the Codex. We'll get another Preacher Civic. Kind of funny. Kind of funny, in my opinion. Let's get that step pyramid for the excess happiness. Let's get a +6 brickyard. Is A-okay with me. Let's try to get as many cities happy as possible. Build on an academy? I don't even have an academy. Who needs academies? But let's build some improvements on our towns. Sometimes you miss those just because they are not kind of readily available to you. You don't get asked over and over again. That's one of the things gets whatchamacallit, choice overload. When you're just being asked, hey, what do you want to build next? What do you want to build next? And it's taking, like, you have 11 cities and everything's building things in 2 turns. Like, you're like, build, 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 build. Like, choosing what to build over and 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 over again. That's sometimes what it feels like. Oh, shoot. How many turns? How many turns left? 2, right? I think it's just 2.
If I can't change your heart,
Harry Tubman
I
declares war on
suppose
me
I'm-
again.
And here he lay.
Fleet Monk's Mound, yeah, 2 turns. And in the meantime, we'll purchase a hoplite. A very expensive one at that. We don't want to build that. Build some walls. They'll stick around to the next turn. Oh, I needed to... Yeah, 67 hoplite strength. And not even using the... memento for it. But plus 30... There it is! Okay, so I was backwards. The hoplites still have plus 30, which means we're at 15 city-states, I think. But the food and production went away. I don't know why I built a quadramine. Kind of felt like it. Let's wait. Let's switch over that codicy. Let's make sure no cities are going to actually fall to the AI doing a whack stuff. But again, if you have made it to this point in the video, I really do appreciate it. I appreciate you listening to me yap, listening to me talk about what I think is the best Civ leader combo. I've been talking for too long, I can hardly talk. But truly, the best leader Civ combo in the game, bar none, for the Antiquity Age at least. There is a lot more narrative events, a lot more things you can do, but when you force the game to end prior to turn 100 most of the time, and you just go crazy insane. You go crazy insane. He is the best in my opinion. At least for the Antiquity Age, and I think the Antiquity Age is the best, is the most fun age to kind of explore. So if you want a new way to explore the Antiquity Age and the Civ Leader combo that I think has the highest ceiling, check it out. Just, I don't know, prioritize influence, prioritize choosing city-states, all of that good stuff. Build some more walls. Get another great person. Trigger a celebration that we just triggered. And just get some walls. Stay put. Let's get this age over with. Let's just build some walls. Let's not think too hard. In the game. That one only has 61 combat streak. But we get one shot everything. Ending stats, 216 science, 322 culture on turn 96. With the 10 turn cooldown. So we weren't able to push it into the push us into the age that far. I don't know what else you guys would like to see. That's pretty much it. Here's the capital. Some nice juicy yields, even though, I mean, we hardly built any buildings. We hardly built any infrastructure. We basically just abused city-states to just completely dominate the game. And there should be the exploration age. Either this turn or next. Alright, final turn of the age. One last hurrah. One last wall. One last one shot. And again, if you have stayed this long, I really do appreciate it. I will be trying to upload more videos. I do have kind of a lot of fun doing this, so I'll be uploading more things I find fun, to do, whatever. But again, I do appreciate it. I'm going to end this here, at least. I'll make sure to save, but again, I appreciate you guys watching. That is the Antiquity Age. All legacies
sprung
done
from the intellectual
with Jose
rigor
of
of
Greece,
Greek
the
philosophers.
absolute best
Their records
Antiquity
kept safe,
Age combo.
their legacy
I do
was
appreciate you guys
assured.
watching. I hope all of you have an absolute wonderful day.